Humans have made boats and travelled across the seas for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations like the Greeks and Romans traded and expanded around the world with their great fleets of cargo ships that would carry food and drink and treasures to all corners of the known world. But travelling the oceans is not without risks. An overloaded ship would be unsafe in a storm. Oh dear. The sea is filled with wrecks of ancient ships that were lost in storms. Divers today can still find their cargoes on the seabed. Archimedes of Syracuse was a Greek mathematician, engineer and inventor who lived around 2,200 years ago in the country we now call Italy. While we do not know a lot about him, his name and his ideas are still used today. He discovered the laws of simple machines like levers and pulleys, and he founded the science of hydrostatics, how things float. While we may not know the exact way Archimedes came to understand hydrostatics, many people like to think he noticed the water rising as he sat in a bath. We still use his name to describe Archimedes' principle, the idea that a floating object displaces or moves aside its weight in water. When something floats and you try and push it down with your hand, you might feel it push back. That is buoyancy. A hollow shape, like the hull of a boat, can push a lot of water out of the way to generate a lot of buoyancy, enough even for a ship made of a material like metal to float. If you add cargo to your hollow boat, it will get heavier and push down against the buoyancy. When it can't push any more water away, it will sink, because it weighs more than the water it displaces. Modern cargo ships have special lines painted on their sides called plimsoll lines. They help those loading the ship with cargo know if it is safely loaded and not too heavy. To make and test your own boat and see how much cargo it will carry, you will need a washing bowl of water, you could use a sink or a bath, some sheets of aluminium kitchen foil. These sheets should be carefully cut into squares of 30 cm by 30 cm, some scissors, and some gravel or small stones or beads that you don't mind getting wet. We also need to find out how much cargo your foil boat can carry. If you have a set of kitchen scales already, you could use them, or you could make your own balance beam from a coat hanger. You will need 2 large tubs, old food tubs are ideal, and some string to complete your balance beam. If you have everything ready, it's time to make some boats. Carefully fold the aluminium foil to make the shape of the boat hull that you want to test. It could be long and thin, rounded, or wide and low. Try lots of different shapes. Put your foil boat gently in the water and carefully put gravel or your beads into the boat. Watch the water level on the sides of your boat carefully. When it starts to sink, stop. Assemble your balance beam using the 2 identical tubs at the end of the coat hanger. Tie another piece of string to the hook to suspend it. Adjust it so it hangs flat. Now collect the gravel that was needed to sink your ship and put it in 1 tub. Carefully balance it using marked bottles of water, 300 millilitres is about 300 grams, or rice poured from a cola or water bottle top, which is about 5 grams each. Add up all the amounts of weight and that is your score.